in game 2. And we're underway. The starting lineups are brought to you by Orkin. Now Mitchell Chaffee, they're barely onside. Chaffee looking for help. Didn't dress in game 1. Chaffee in for the 3rd straight game. There's a high shot by Kucherov and knocked toward the corner by Rodriguez. Best chances for the Lightning. Perbix with Gord right at the top of the crease. Cirelli, a one-timer turned aside. Won by Braden Point. Back to Darren Radish. Yeah, that's right into the midsection of Bobrovsky. Working on Schmidt. And then Tkachuk came to help. Here's Kulikov, the defenseman, leading the rush for Bennett. And a stop by Vasilevsky.
Florida started this with good defense from Tkachuk. Kulikov finds Bennett, and Bennett, who's got a point in every game in this series, is stopped there.
Now Forsling, it tears off Cernak. Advanced ahead by Gensel. Winds up with Kucherov trying to break in. Kucherov got it to the net. There's a penalty here.
Players hounded all over the ice so far.
Losterinen couldn't get it out. Gensel, good stick by Barkov. Now Lilleberg, a drive, and it's trapped by Bobrovsky. Lobs it into the Tampa Bay zone, and Ryan McDonough's there. 2 times a Stanley Cup champion with the Lightning. Went to Nashville. Now he's back for Hagee, a shot. Skating toward the corner. Minute 35 in the period. Here's Mikkola again. Bounces it right in on net. A good save by Vasilevsky in the Hall of Fame.
Already played almost 200 in a row. Crazy.
Good tip by Bennett.
Very frequently, so that kills Tampa's rush game. If this series is played on the boards, it's an advantage for Florida. If it's in the middle of the ice, it's more advantage for Tampa.
Here's Alexander Barkov, all-time franchise leader in playoff games, assists and points. Their all-time franchise leader in the playoffs in games played by defensemen, goals, assists, and points. Kulikov off the glove of Vasilevsky. It gets to Tkachuk. Barkov. Jones wanted a one-timer. Instead played it off for Verhaeghe. Jones walks in. Wrister knocked down high by Vasilevsky as he took it away from Cernak. Now Verhaeghe took a nudge from Gord. Forsling passed up a shot. Cernak slides by. Stopped by Vasilevsky. And Paul banked it up, not out. Forsling in the right place again. Verhaeghe gets it deeper. Barkov from the side of the circle. Off a setup by Reinhart.
Well, we hit the net on a few of them, and we've put most of our best offense over or wide. So dial it in a little, take it off, but other than that, you just keep grinding.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay.
That pass way too hard for Jones to handle and too high from Lundell. Marchand got there first. Marchand out in front. They score! Anton Lundell makes it 1-0 Florida.
Lundell will shoot this pass way past Jones, but Marchand gets there first to nullify the icing. Tampa Bay ends up with 2 defensemen, Perbix and Lilleberg, standing about 2 feet apart, with Gonsalves in the corner. All 3 of them around Brad Marchand, who finds Anton Lundell all by himself. When we asked Paul Maurice about this line in the...
And this crowd has come to life. Nearly 20,000 on hand in one of the largest arenas in the NHL. Cernak, that one deflected wide. Point swept it through the crease before Mikkola arrived. Jones tries a long one. Tkachuk played it off to Bennett. And a nice right pad save by Vasilevsky. Amazing how flexible these men are at their size. Braden Point, a backhand turned aside by Bobrovsky. The first USA Canada game. And of course he memorably said, we're playing for our flag. We're not playing for the cameras. A shot at the Tkachuk brothers. There's a goal! Tampa Bay has tied it. Off the ricochet out in front, Lilleberg sent it toward the net. And the goal is going to go to Mitchell Chaffee off the scramble out in front. Possible response.
This 4th line gets the puck to the net. Perbix's shot stopped by Bobrovsky, with Gergensen's getting tossed by Nate Schmidt in front of the net. Schmidt's clearing the front of the net. Bobrovsky can't find the puck, and Mitchell Chaffee jams it into the net, into the open side. An
what about
undrafted
goaltender
free
interference
agent.
from Gergensen's, Ray? Do you think there might be a challenge?
No, there's no challenge there. That's a goal. That's clean. There's nothing there. Chaffee.
Wondering about that right there.
Schmidt knocks him over. The puck's in the net.
And they're tied at 1. And they score again! Back-to-back goals! Erik Cernak scores!
John Cooper is fired up. Right before Mitchell Chaffee's goal, you're going to win big here.
My goodness.
Erik Cernak scored 3 goals in the regular season. A puck not cleared by Erik Cernak has given Tampa an unlikely 2-1 lead.
2 goals in 11 seconds. Fastest 2 goals in Tampa Bay playoff history. Ran into Moser. Moser went down. The crowd enjoyed that. Now Hedman drives it in right on net. Bobrovsky the save and got it himself up the far boards. Luostarinen was calling for the puck. Gave it back to Forsling. And that's snatched by Vasilevsky with a couple of Panthers. Down to 3:22 period. Tampa Bay leading 2-1. Forsling a shot. Barkov, good job to bat that pass down. It's free. Forsling got knocked down. There's a crowd in the net. Still free with 15. Kulikov a drive.
Tampa Bay, so you're looking at a 10-forward group for Tampa as they defend the 2-1 lead.
And he was definitely wobbly as he went off the ice. Looked like Rodriguez might have tipped it in the mid-slot. Bennett centers it off the stick of Marchand. Out in front of the net now on the waning seconds of this power play. Bennett out in front. Rodriguez. Rebound score! Aaron Ekblad!
And it stays in the zone. Sean, this is a really great call by you. This looks offside. Here's the puck. Oh, it's going to look offside here for sure. Oh, yeah, it's offside for sure. Gensel told him to go back in the penalty box, and Brayden Point sitting back there. This is going to get wiped off the board.
After video review, it is determined that the play was offside. Therefore, there is no goal.
Point has Kucherov as well. Gensel down low. Save Bobrovsky. McDonough drive. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Gensel tried to move it out in front and couldn't get it past.
Shot stopped by Bobrovsky. The rebound comes out to McDonough. He wants to put this right up under the bar. Bobrovsky came out to take it away. And
Verhaeghe tried to walk out in front. It's at the feet of Barkov. Sent to the line by Gensel, but kept in by Ekblad. Runs a little interference into Gensel. Sent toward the net. Rebound score! This time it's going to count for Ekblad. It's 2-2.
This one will count. This is a rare mistake by Jake Gensel. He's got time to clear it. He doesn't. Watch where Ekblad goes. Everybody's focused on the puck. He's wide open.
5th career playoff goal. This place is alive. He has 118 career regular season goals. That's the franchise record. They score again off a Caramount in front. Unbelievable.
Now it's the Panthers' turn. 11 seconds.
Under 2 minutes to go. Hedman to Point. With Radish, Gensel, and Kucherov, here comes Vasilevsky out of the net. With 1:45 to go. Barkov with an empty net. Verhaeghe with an empty net. He scores! Carter Verhaeghe!
Barkov will clear this, and Cirelli, who had just come off the bench to take the goaltender, has it deflect off his feet, and Carter Verhaeghe's got his first of the playoffs. The empty netter gives Florida.
Final 10 seconds. Not enough time for Tampa Bay. They'll go home facing elimination.